Good morning. I'm back. First Friday with another 3 minutes of encouragement. Today's encouragement is on walking in your worth. Romans 8:31 says, if God be for you, then who can be against you? So, if God be for you, who could be against you? How you see your worth should be 100% based off of how God sees your worth. Now, I know in reality, a lot of us have family ties or even soul ties with, people that may not be necessarily treating us according to the worth that we have. And a lot of times, because we are, people of emotion, we can start feeling like we are how we're being treated. But God said you're worth more than anything. He said you're worth more than silver and gold, right? So He's the most priceless thing in the world to pay for us. That's Jesus, whether we believe it or not. The most priceless thing to pay for us, to show us how much we're worth. Which means, if God said we're worth that much, don't let anything or anybody else tell you you're worth less than. Let nobody play with you. God said you a king, city. You're either a king or a queen. Don't let nobody treat you like no jester or no peasant. At the end of the day, what God says your worth is far outweighs what any human says your worth or not worth. And just like there are humans that don't see your worth, there's always going to be humans that do. So again, don't let nobody play with you. You got to see your worth first, though. Before anybody else can recognize it, you got to recognize it. Because then you'll always be a slave to the validation or affirmation of men. God's affirmation is always there if you look for it. It's all over His word, how much He tells you, how much He tells us we're meant to Him. So only way you're going to know your worth is connecting with the one that made you in the first place. The only one that can really tell you how much you're worth. Because somebody might tell you worth gold today and tell you you're worth nothing tomorrow. But if you know what God says, He's going to tell you the same thing every day. So in order to walk in your worth, in order for you to win, you got to realize you already won. And from there, you also got to remember to treat other people that same way. So it's a good thing to know that you are a king or a queen, but you also got to understand God made everybody else too, even your enemies. So just because they don't see your worth, don't mean you got to treat them how they treat you. Remember, I want to see y'all grow. I want to see y'all win. And the only way you really get your price up is by moving different, by thinking different. Can't be like everybody else. Know your worth, and that cannot be changed. That's not a dependent variable. Remember, the more you know, the more you grow. The more you grow, the price goes up. Share this with somebody. Remember what God said.